Hi, this is Bernard Rose from Trailers from Hell, and today we're going to talk about Lindsay Anderson's masterpiece, If, which was also the film that introduced Malcolm McDowell to the world and essentially described the character that would then continue in the unofficial sequel to If, which is A Clockwork Orange.
This is at English public school.
So Lindsay Anderson was part of the kind of British neorealist free cinema kitchen sink drama scene of the late 50s, early 60s, and he made a number of documentaries and made his feature debut with actually a very good film called The Sporting Life, which also was Richard Harris's first film. But something happened to him around the mid to late 60s when he kind of rejected realism. And he was the first of that bunch to really convincingly do so. And he wanted to go for a more epic, Brechtian feel to his films. And in order to achieve this, he went and got out of the Czech Republic Marek Ondřejček, who had shot most of Miloš Forman's films and was one of the leading figures in the Czech New Wave. So although If seems to be on the surface a kind of another British realist film from the 60s, it's really got more in common with Bergman, Buñuel, or any of the kind of Eastern European films that were coming out in that period. And that's why I think it's really superior to all of them. And it also contains the debut performance of Malcolm McDowell, who is rebellious, petulant, rude, vicious, self-pitying, all the things that he always was in other films, and somehow you just love him and you just want to be him. And famously, Stanley Kubrick saw this film and immediately put him in Clockwork Orange. This film, Clockwork Orange and Oh Lucky Man, form a kind of unofficial trilogy where McDowell kind of expounds the character of this kind of proto-punk, vicious hoodlum, rebellious, angry young man, but who will beat you up and then smile innocently and seem rather sweet about it. I don't know anyone else who's ever quite pulled it off as well as McDowell did in those three films. And in Oh Lucky Man, which is also Lindsay Anderson's film, very underrated and interesting movie, the character kind of integrates himself more into society, and he's kind of trying to please more, and he's less vicious and aggressive. And in a way, that film was somewhat of a disappointment, but it's a great movie in its own way. But If is a kind of masterpiece, and it's Lindsay Anderson's masterpiece. And if you've not seen it, you need to see it.